Black excellence, at least how they present themselves. I mean, but there are lots of things that people do say about these people behind the scenes. They do call them dark.
Breaking story we have today about Jay-Z and Beyonce is that they are over. The two of them are pretending for their fans, they're pretending for the cameras, they're pretending while they're on tour that they're still a couple.
A major thing for Beyonce. Didn't even get a thank you. So why is everybody calling me now?
What if that picture-perfect image we've all worshipped for years was nothing but smoke and mirrors? Jason Lee, never one to hold back, just dropped some serious tea that's shaking the Bayhive to its core. He's claiming that behind all the glam, the flawless shows, and that billion-dollar empire, there's a darker truth. One built on control, manipulation, and secrets buried deep that could flip everything we thought we knew about the queen herself. And trust me, what Jason's spilling isn't just gossip. It's the kind of revelation that could rewrite the entire story of Beyonce's rise to the top. So before we break down these shocking details, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifications, because what's coming next is pure chaos, and you don't want to miss it.
I don't even really know how to explain how I'm going to say what I'm going to say, because I still love her. I'm just not in love with her like I used to be. That's the nicest way I can say it, only because I'm annoyed by how fake she comes off. Her brand, not her. I don't think Beyonce is fake, just like I don't think Kamala Harris is a bad person, but sometimes your team can make you move in a way that does not translate well. And as I've become deeper into both the culture, pop culture, celebrity culture, this and that, and have looked at the whole world, I kind of have a better sense on what's real and authentic and true and what's kind of manufactured. Particularly when you don't include other Black leaders in the culture in the fold. I mean, not just take me out of it. The Breakfast Club, I mean, you should have honored and brought more Black. And I spent thousands of over $40,000 in tickets and shared the experience with friends. And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here, because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy.
Let's take it back to where the whole storm began. The real shift started when Jason Lee, the fearless mouthpiece behind Hollywood Unlocked, got completely iced out of Beyonce's exclusive Renaissance premiere. He dropped over $40,000 on tickets and merch to show love, only to be left off the guest list while smaller influencers strutted the red carpet like VIPs. To Jason, that wasn't just a snub. It was a straight-up message. He went live, furious, dragging Beyonce for allegedly ignoring Black media and calling out how her public support for her community might just be a show. At first, fans brushed it off like another celeb meltdown, but then Jason started hinting that he had receipts, serious ones, that could shatter the Beyonce image forever. And from that moment, things got dark fast. His comments turned sharper, more personal, and way more specific. He accused Beyonce of fronting as this flawless, untouchable goddess while secretly fighting to hide the cracks in her world, both on stage and behind closed doors.
Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked is calling out Jay-Z and Beyonce, all right? Saying that, saying a lot. Saying a lot.
What really made people stop laughing and start listening was when Jason dropped a bomb. He said he wasn't just running his mouth, he had proof. On air, he straight up claimed he'd keep quiet only if Beyonce gave him an exclusive interview with Kelly Rowland. That didn't sound like gossip anymore. It sounded like a threat wrapped in a deal. Viewers were stunned. Was Jason actually blackmailing Beyonce live? Or was he just warning her that he could blow her whole brand apart if she tried to silence him? Then things got wild. Jason's sources started saying that Beyonce's marriage had been over for years, that the so-called power couple was all smoke, cameras, and contracts. He claimed they'd been living separate lives, jetting off on different schedules, and only showing up together for business. Not love. Fans started replaying old clips, watching their red carpet moments, and noticing the distance, especially at big nights like the Grammys. Suddenly, what once looked like cool composure started looking more like cold detachment, and people couldn't unsee it.
Jay-Z name is getting louder and louder, and people are trying to connect the dots between him and Diddy, because let's not forget, they had a pretty close relationship.
People couldn't stop noticing how Beyonce's smile during his speeches looked more forced than loving. And soon, whispers from inside the industry claimed the split wasn't just about romance, it was about money. Allegedly, there's a massive $2.6 billion empire hanging in the balance, and neither side wants to pull the trigger until every coin and contract is locked down tight. But while tabloids were busy chasing divorce headlines, Jason Lee started hinting that the real story ran much deeper and way darker. He began dropping cryptic clues, using coded phrases that fans later realized were pointing toward the growing allegations surrounding powerful names in the music world. Jason claimed Beyoncé wasn't as clueless as people thought, that her quietness wasn't about innocence but strategy. He suggested she's been carefully separating herself from the chaos, secretly rolling out new ventures, fresh business deals, and a rebranded image, all to make sure she's untouchable when the whole system finally crashes. Right around then, old stories from Beyoncé's past started resurfacing, and Jason's name was tied to every single one. He reminded everyone of a truth the world had long buried, that Beyoncé didn't just rise to fame, she was molded for it from the very start. With every move in her personal and professional life seemingly micromanaged, Jason painted a chilling picture. What the world saw as Beyoncé's ironclad discipline might have actually been control and isolation. He tied it all back to stories from ex-insiders like her former bodyguard Uncle Ron, who before his mysterious death claimed Beyoncé was allegedly kept on substances to stay compliant, her every step planned by the people around her.
Nobody knows, but I'll say it, man. Yeah, Beyonce's on drugs. She's been on them for a long time, and you keep her that way.
Then came Jaguar Wright, doubling down and saying Beyoncé lives in a gilded cage, worshipped by millions, but trapped by her own empire. Jason ran with it, suggesting that Beyoncé's spotless image is Hollywood's most dangerous illusion, a brand so perfectly packaged that even her struggles are sold for profit. Fans were already shaken, but then Jason hinted at something even darker, the roots of Beyoncé's fame. He started digging up old interviews and timelines that didn't quite add up, whispering about blurred ages, secret mentorships, and relationships that raised eyebrows. Jason claimed that her come-up wasn't the dreamy fairy tale fans believed. It was built on shady deals, hidden influences, and people pulling strings behind the curtain. Before long, fans were connecting dots between the rumors, her discovery story, and just how much of her early life might have been controlled by forces way bigger than her. Speculation hit overdrive when Jason started connecting dots, calling out industry patterns and hinting at how young women in the business are groomed, controlled, and silenced. His followers quickly began comparing Beyoncé's journey to other stars who'd spoken up about being manipulated, but Beyoncé never joined that conversation. She stayed quiet, polished, and untouchable, doing what she's always done, letting her art speak louder than her voice. But according to Jason, that silence isn't grace, it's strategy. He claimed that's exactly how she's kept her empire bulletproof, by mastering the power of saying nothing while everything around her burns. The narrative got even wilder when fans started remembering how Beyoncé once shared stages and business deals with powerful men who are now under serious scrutiny. Jason didn't have to name drop. The timing, the tone, the subtle clues said it all. He made it sound like Beyoncé might not be as far removed from that chaos as she wants everyone to think. Then, strange coincidences started stacking up. The mysterious death of Uncle Ron, old conspiracy theories crawling back, and the wildest one of all, the rumor that Beyoncé faked her pregnancy with Blue Ivy. Jason's comments only stirred the pot more, teasing that there's still truth hidden in that story. Fans even resurfaced that infamous clip of her baby bump appearing to fold on live TV, sparking whispers about a secret surrogate, maybe even someone linked to her husband's past. The internet went into full meltdown mode, and the theories haven't stopped spinning since. The rumors were out of control, and Jason didn't shut them down. He just let the chaos unfold, dropping cryptic captions like, "The truth always finds daylight." That quiet confidence made people lose it, wondering if he actually had proof, or if he was just playing the game. Either way, it worked. The internet blew up, and suddenly Beyoncé's image of total control started to look shaky. Then came that Grammys moment that had fans questioning everything. When her husband took the mic to defend her legacy, he never said her name. Not my wife, not Beyoncé, just this young lady. The crowd froze. The woman he once called his muse now looked like a stranger standing beside him.
Embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won Album of the Year. So even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that.
The tension on that stage was electric, and when Jason kept poking with more shady posts, it turned into a storm no one could ignore. Clips went viral instantly, fans posting, "Does Beyoncé even love him anymore?" And "Why did she look so cold?" Jason jumped right in, pushing the idea of fake marriages and contracts over connection. Before long, people were wondering if Beyoncé's whole life, the fame, the love, the perfection, was just one big performance she couldn't control anymore. As Jason teased that he had even more shocking info coming, fans braced themselves for a bombshell that could shake pop culture to its core. But underneath all the chaos, his claims reopened a much darker conversation. The one about the entertainment industry's secret machine. Because if even half of what he said is true, that Beyoncé's rise was built on quiet pain, manipulation, and buried truths, then it shows just how the industry treats its stars like chess pieces, not people. Jason painted her as both the product and the prisoner of an empire too powerful to ever let collapse. That idea hit fans hard. It flipped the image of Beyoncé from an untouchable icon into a woman trapped inside her own creation. Some started feeling sympathy, saying maybe she's not the villain, but the victim of her own myth. Others weren't buying it, insisting she's always known the game and chose power over truth. What made Jason's version so dangerous is how it blurs the line, mixing real evidence with wild whispers until no one can tell where the truth ends and the storytelling begins. And that's exactly why this story won't die. Because people love seeing a crack in perfection. When it comes to Beyoncé, even the smallest flaw feels like breaking news. But Jason didn't hit pause there. He claimed Beyoncé's been working overtime behind the scenes, scrambling to secure her freedom, rolling out her hair care line, locking in new deals, and building her own empire piece by piece. According to him, it's all proof that she's getting ready for the fall of the partnership that made her a billionaire. He pointed out every little sign, her solo red carpet moments, her missing wedding ring, those cryptic captions, and how she barely talks about her personal life anymore. To Jason, every move screams strategy, a quiet, calculated exit plan. And whether people buy Jason's story or not, one thing's clear, he's struck a nerve. Fans have felt it for years, that maybe the perfect couple, the perfect queen, wasn't as flawless as we were told. Now, the internet's split in two. The Bayhive defending her with claws out, and others calling Jason bitter, chasing clout, and still mad about that snubbed invite. Still, plenty of people admit Jason's words hit a little too close to home. There's just too much smoke for there not to be some kind of fire. And Jason, he's loving every second of the chaos. He keeps teasing that he's not done yet, hinting that what we've seen so far is only the beginning. In one shady post, he wrote, "When you build your empire on illusion, truth becomes your biggest enemy." Fans instantly flooded the comments asking, is he talking about Beyoncé again? But Jason stayed quiet, and that silence said everything. Now the internet's locked on one question. What does Jason Lee actually know? Is he bluffing for attention or sitting on receipts that could really shake the throne of one of music's most powerful icons? For now, Beyoncé hasn't said a word. And that silence is only making the world listen louder. No statement, no post, not even a lyric that fans could twist into shade. Just silence. And that's what's got everyone uneasy. Because when Beyoncé goes quiet, it usually means she's in control. But this time, it feels different. It's like even she senses something slipping from behind the curtain. As the debate rages, one thing's for sure. Jason Lee did what almost no one's ever done. He made the world question Beyoncé. Whether he's spilling the truth or just stirring the pot, his words have cracked that perfect image wide open. Behind all the glitter, the power, and the legend, it feels like there's something Beyoncé really doesn't want out. And Jason might be the one reckless enough to drag it into the light. So, what do you think? Is Jason telling it like it is or just chasing chaos for clout? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.